Hi Creative Minds, and welcome back to our daily vlog for our vlog every day in April. Today is Easter Sunday, and happy Easter if you celebrate it, whether you celebrate it in the religious sense or you celebrate it in the commercial American sense with Easter bunnies and Easter egg hunts and chocolate or candy. Or you might be just like me where you just have a meal with the family with a little gratitude, self-love, Sunday reflection. Hey, all of them are good options. Now, Sunday is often it's like my recovery day for writing. I write all days of the week except for Sunday because Sundays I run workshops in the morning. I'm kind of tired because it takes a lot of my energy, and it's the only day where the kids are kind of out of the house and I have a few hours to myself, and I just want privacy because, you know, as a mom, your kids are always up in your face no matter what age they are. So in celebration of Indie April, I definitely want to give writing tips all year long, because just because April is Camp NaNoWriMo or Indie April, we write every single day. We write throughout the year, hopefully. So I want to share a few things that drive me nuts about what people assume about writers. I mean, how do non-writers live? How do they function? I do not know. So the first thing is when a non-writer asks you, what are you writing or what's your book about? And you're like, seriously, do you think I can give you a synopsis that quickly? Do you want a log line? You know how hard it is to write a log line or to write a book summary. I haven't gotten there yet. I don't even know how it ends. All those kind of questions. If that drives you nuts, give this a like and tell me if that drives you nuts or what you respond to with as much. I try to have a quick, I'll either tell them the genre or I will tell them something like Hangover meets surfing or something like that, to where they can put it together and try not to ask me anymore. Or I think I'm in love with the guru was another one I was doing. And then they'll get a laugh and they won't ask me because it's pretty clear after that. The next thing is what type of book and the genre. And telling someone the genre, especially not necessarily a non-writer, because a non-writer may not know all the different types of subgenres. Like they might not know paranormal romance is a thing, right? But when I would tell other writers what type of genre, I would freak out because they would get really picky or they'd start listing other authors or other people. And I'm like, wait, I don't want to be in that box. Don't put me in there. Yeah, they put you in there sometimes. But that is something that drives me crazy as well, because you got to understand, if you're going to a writer's group or if you are in a writer's circle and people are just in a creation mode and they're just trying to get to the end of a story, we don't need to be pressured too much on what exactly it is yet. We're not at that selling point yet, but that tends to drive me crazy. Writers, let me know below as well. Next thing is the money in publishing. That they think, just because you publish, you're going to just make a ton of sales and all that's going to happen and you're going to be set for life, and that there's a lot of money in writing books. If you are an indie author, you probably know how much books actually cost to produce. It's not just the time that you're putting in, but it's also the fact that, you know, you're hiring an editor, cover designer, different rounds of editing, whether it's developmental, final proof, copy edits, line edits, whatever it is. There's so much work that goes into it. It's not a quick process. It's not a cheap process. And that you are still trying to manage all the money going in and earning all of it back. And then you can think about how much you actually make. And I think people have a misconception of how much it actually takes as far as money that you get back, and also blood, sweat, and tears. And the money question leads me into my next thing, which is one thing that drives me crazy. And if this drives you crazy, or I don't know, you might like it, comment below. The J.K. Rowling thing. And yes, I've been writing long before J.K. Rowling got big. I know I wanted to write ever since I was a kid. I carried around little notebooks. I wrote stories all the time. I, not just would write little stories, but I'd staple them together and make a little book, or I would rewrite the end of movies because I was so disappointed. But, that was us growing up. That was who we were as writers. And J.K. Rowling has earned a lot of her success. Don't get me wrong. She has done phenomenal things. She has earned a lot of money because she gave a great story, great value, great franchise, characters that are timeless, that we love. But assuming that all of us just because we are writers and we've had the dream of being a writer for a long time, want the same thing as J.K. Rowling is not a good assumption to make, and it drives us crazy. So writers, those are just a few things that I sometimes go on these little rants, and my staff actually tells me that these rants are funny at times, or that they're like, you know, you should really say this more often, or maybe it's just the way for them to tell me, hey, stop ranting to us and rant to the camera. If you like a rant and if you like these little things that happen with writers, I just want to share that with you this Easter Sunday. And also share gratitude, because if you are living the writing life, whether you are working a full-time job and writing on the side, or whether you are a full-time writer and that is your profession, you've been able to maybe publish a few books and make that work, let's just be thankful. Indie, traditional, let's just be thankful, because getting a story out is no small thing. It is a big deal, and it should be celebrated no matter what point you are in the journey. So that's it for Creative Minds. This Easter, you know, if you're like me, taking a break, if Sunday is your recovery break from writing, your recovery day from writing, still doesn't mean that we can't be thankful for our writing life, no matter how often other things will drive us crazy. That's all I got for you today, Creative Minds. I will see you tomorrow for our vlog every day in August and more videos. Bye.